Hello and welcome. Adita Lang here, and in today's strength and bodyweight class, well, we're going to work our legs. We're going to work our full body, a little bit of everything, but we're doing that with some body weights, some light weights, some medium weights, and a mat. I hope you're good with that. Also, you're going to want to have water close by, take breaks when you need to, and work at a pace that's comfortable to you. So first things first, let's have a cleared out area, nothing to get into your way. Taking your feet apart and simply toe tapping. Taking the arms forward, and as your arms go forward, I want you to draw circles, big circles. I always call this like stirring the pot, all the way around. Inhale and exhale. Now bring the arm up and add a little side. Using your breath, small bend in the knees as the legs land, and just think about the shoulders. Even though your arms are going up, you're always keeping your shoulders back and press down. Now bring the arms forward, toe taps. Inhale and exhale. And once again, come up. Using your breath. And come back to the front. Now toe tapping, but reach across the chest. Inhale and exhale. You have 4 and 3. Now 2 and 1. Hold yourself here. Roll through your foot. All the way down, all the way up. 1 more. And hold here. Stretching your calves. Deep breath. Exhale. Now turn to the front, toes up. Sitting down in the right leg and hinging from the hips to feel the stretch in the hamstring. Deep breath and exhale. Again, inhale and exhale. Guess what? Other side. Press up and down. Roll up. Inhale and exhale. 1 more. And hold here. Stretch forward. Deep breath. Exhale. Coming to the front, toes up. Now bending the left leg and hinging. Inhale. Exhale. Using the breath as you move. 1 more. And hold here. Now come to center, deep breath. Exhale. And a side stretch and pull. Slide and pull again. 1 more time. And now take the arm across the chest and hold. And the other side. Reach up and pull. Up and pull. 1 more. And hold. Go across the chest with a little bit of a twist. And come back to center. Guess what? It's time for our mat. It's also a great time for some water. You'll want both weights close by too. So getting ourselves set up here. Now let's start with both legs extended out. Your feet are about hip distance. Deep breath, nice and tall. And as you exhale, I want you to hinge from the hips forward, thinking about lengthening your spine. So sitting up, looking up towards me. At the same time, pull your toes towards you and you'll feel that entire stretch behind the legs. Deep breath. Exhale. 1 more time. Inhale and exhale. Now leg comes up and bring yourself down. Pulling the knee up and give yourself a little bit of a twist. And down. And twist. Down. And then hold here. And release other side. Cross the foot over, big deep breath. Exhale and hinge forward. And pull up. Come down. And hold yourself here. And release. So, let's take our medium to heavy weight, and I'm going to have you sit up on your knees. So you could lie a towel underneath your knees if it bugged you, or you could actually sit in a chair too if you wanted to. Either way. Chest is up, shoulders are back and down. Now, bringing the arm in. We're starting with a shoulder press, just one side. Lifting up to shoulder level, pulling in from your center. Use your breath. Up and down. You have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Same arm, come down into a hammer curl, curling up and down. Now I want you to think about something with weights. The key is, so you want it to feel heavy, but you don't want it to feel so heavy that you feel like you have to squirm your body around to move the weight. So the ideal situation is we're doing about 10 reps. So maybe around number 8 it becomes challenging, and that's okay. 3 more. And 2. Now 1. Excellent. Come down into all 4. So I want you to balance your weight on the 3 points that are on the floor, taking the weight into a back row. So now you're moving the shoulder blade of your left arm, of your left shoulder really, towards your right shoulder. Pulling up from the ribs so that the center is engaged. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Other side. Same thing, nice and tall, starting with your shoulder press. Push up and down. And up, back down. Pulling in from the center. So basically when it comes to weight training, actually all weight training, the harder it becomes, the more you have to pull in from your center, because this actually gives you strength and power. 1 more. Up, hold here. Now take yourself down into a hammer curl. Shoulders are held back, chest is tall. Feel your bicep contract as you bend your elbow. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down to all 4s. Pulling in from the center and bringing the arm up as you squeeze the shoulder blade against the other shoulder blade. Using your breath as you go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down. We have 1 more round. Are you ready? Chest up nice and tall. Arm is here. Press up. Pull in from the center and use your breath as your rhythm of motion. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now bicep curl, actually it's a hammer curl. Think of the bicep though as you're curling, so you feel the muscle contract. Last 4, 3, and 2, now 1. Come down into all 4s and pull. 1 arm row. Pulling in from the abdominals. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch sides. Uh-oh, coming back up. We forgot our shoulder press. You almost got a discount on that one. Now bring yourself up. Pull in from the center. Up and down. Up, lifting up to shoulder level. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down. Bicep curl. Up and down. Inhale and exhale. Feeling the muscle contract as you curl. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down to all 4s, balance your body weight, and come up. Pulling in from the center. The last set, at least for this exercise. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Setting the weight aside, and let's move these out of the way for just a second here. We have our next set, but come down into child's pose first. Now coming down into a plank from your elbows and knees. And here's what I want you to think about. We're going to lift the left knee up, but I don't want you to think lift. I want you to think contract, because if you contract your glute tight enough, it will automatically lift the leg up off the floor. Got it? Okay, here we go. Looking down, pulling in from the center, contract the glute. Full inhale, full exhale. Keeping the rib cage engaged and using your breath. And squeeze, 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down. The other side, same thing. Contract the glutes and keep yourself very centered. Inhale and exhale. You have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press yourself back. So for the next set, we have push-ups. Reaching out nice and wide, still on the knees. Now you want your chest to land in between your hands, and I want you to come down once. Make sure the elbow is right above the wrist, and then push up from there. Down and up. So since the up phase is really like the challenging part, that's when I want you to really contract the rib cage and your center more. 5, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring yourself back. Let's just take those arms back. Full inhale, full exhale, and release. Now coming back into our plank. Remember the rules, we have to contract the glute. That is your goal. So squeeze and release. Contract and release. Pulling in from the abdominals, using your breath. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down the other side, same thing, contract and release. Up and down. Four more. 3, 2, and 1. Bring yourself up and get ready for push-ups. Nice and wide with the hands, taking the chest right in between the hands and bend 90 degrees and up. Inhale and exhale. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sit back. Okay, taking ourselves over to the side this time. All the way back. Now dropping the head and bringing the knees forward. Here's what I want you to think about. Think about keeping the feet together and simply squeeze up through the knee. Now that's through the glutes right here. Contract and up, back down. Inhale and exhale. Now keeping these hips stacked one on top of the other. Using your breath as you go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now lift the leg up so it's parallel to the floor and simply lower your foot. Rotating from the hip and again engaging the center. Using the breath, inhale and exhale. 5, and 4, 3. Here's 2, and 1. Oh. Now coming down onto your back, taking both hands behind the head, and I want you to hover off the ground, so just like an inch off the ground. Now from here, take your awareness into your rib cage. and contract the ribs and release. That will lift you up off the ground. So your hands are strictly holding the weight of your head, and the contraction in the rib cage is what's lifting you up. Inhale and exhale. You have 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Come down, turning over to the side and pulling the knees in. So once again, feet stay together and open and close. Pulling in from the center, feeling the contraction in the glutes. Use your breath. And 5. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now lift the leg up so it hovers off the ground and lower from your foot. Inhale and exhale. Trying to keep the knee in one spot so it's just a rotation in the hip. You have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down. Guess what? Yes, we do have 2. So we have to do the other side. Taking yourself down. Knees are in, stacking the hips one on top of the other, starting with the foot connected and open and close the knee. Pulling in from the center, using your breath. You have 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now bring the leg up and just lower the foot. Inhale and exhale. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down, rolling back to your back, and taking your hands behind the head. Once again, hovering off the ground. Now focus on the rib cage and squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Five more. And 4. Now 3 and 2. It's 1. Bring yourself over. One last set. Taking those legs up, stacking the hips, starting with the foot together. Using your breath. Inhale and exhale. Feeling the contraction in the hips. 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now bring the leg up and rotate from the foot. Using your breath. You have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down. Now taking these legs, you need a little bit of hip stretch. I want you to have one leg kind of in line with your mat and take the other one on top. Now the knee may be up and it may be down, wherever it is. All I want you to do is shift your weight forward and hinge slightly forward, and you'll feel the stretch in your hips. Deep breath and exhale. And now release other side. Crossing the leg over, deep breath, and exhale, hinge forward. Inhale and exhale. And come up. So this is another great time to grab some water, and let's get our weights set up for our next set. We'll place them on either side of the mat. And bring yourself back down. And starting out with your heavier weights, I want you to bring the weights up, turn the palms away from you, and push your knuckles to the sky so your wrist is straight. At the same time, take your shoulder blades, push them into the mat so it feels like your chest is uplifted. So keeping one arm up, let's start with the left arm. Lower and lift, keeping your knuckles up to the sky. Use your breath. Inhale and exhale. Rib cage is engaged completely, and you're breathing. You have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other side. Come down and up. Inhale and exhale. Four, 3, 2, and 1. And bring those weights down. Now switching over to your lighter weight, take the elbows into the side and press straight up and down. Inhale and exhale. Five more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set those weights down. Taking the bigger weights again, and this time starting from the bottom. So turn your knuckles up to the sky. Left arm goes up. Inhale and exhale. You have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down, other side, same thing. Keeping the wrists nice and straight. Engaging your center. 5 more. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down, set those weights down. Now taking the lighter weights, elbows in, and press straight up and down. Up, back down. Five more. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set those weights down. Just pulling the knees into the chest for a second. Big deep breath. And exhale. Now cross one foot on the knee, reach in, and press in and hold. Again, inhale, exhale. And the other side. Reach in. Take deep breath. And exhale and hold. And release. Taking one leg straight up and just bringing the leg towards you, feeling the stretch right along the hamstring. Now at the same time, press your tailbone into the floor and hold. Release, deep breath, and exhale. One more time, big deep breath, exhale. And the other leg straight up, tailbone down, heel to the sky, and pull. Inhale, exhale. Once more. And release. Now coming over to the side. Let's take those weights over to our side here and extend both legs out. Big deep breath. And exhale and hinge. And again, big deep breath. Exhale. Now this time as you come up, hand goes behind, left hand goes back, and twist as far as you can. And again, come center. And the same thing to the right. Coming up and twist. And back to the center. One more time on both sides. Left side. And center. And hold right here, pulling your chest up, pulling your toes towards you. And release. Now cross one foot on the knee. Deep breath and exhale and hinge. Pulling the knee up and giving yourself a little bit of a twist. And come forward. And again, up. And then hold here. I can tell we worked our hips. And the other side, cross the foot over, big deep breath. Exhale and hinge. And lift up. One more. And come down and hold. And bring yourself center. Just crossing the legs. Think of the shoulders. Let's roll them up, back, and around. All the way up, back, and around. And hold the shoulders down. Now reaching one arm over to the side and pull down. And again, reach. Pull down. This time, hold right here. And reach for the ear and bring the ear to the shoulder and hold. And let go. The other side coming up and over. And pull down. And up. And pull down. And up and hold. And then bring the ear over and hold. And come center, looking over to the left. And look over to the right. Keeping both shoulders parallel to the front. Again, look over. And right side. And release both hands forward, rotating around the wrist, big circle. And the other direction, all the way around. And now interlace your hands, stretch your hands towards me. Release, again, stretch. One more. And stretch forward and hold, arms come up. And then simply let go and try to allow your arms to float down slowly. Even slower. Yep, even slower. And come center. Let's do that one more time. Stretch forward, all the way up. And allow the hands to stretch down slow, like they're floating. All the way down. And now bring the hands together, deep breath, and exhale, fingertips down. Inhale and exhale. One more time, deep breath, exhale. And take those arms out to the side and pull them back. So you feel the stretch across your chest and shoulders, and then come forward, and again, pull back. Come forward, pull back, and forward. One more, pull back. And this time come in for a nice friendly hug from me to you. Chest, chin goes down. Deep breath, and exhale the other side, press down. And hands behind the head, slowly turn to one side. Pulling your back elbow back. And center, other side. And center again. Twist, pulling your back elbow back to the front. Last one. And pull the elbow back. Now to the front, chin coming down. And come up, deep breath. Exhale. Release. One leg goes out, one leg in. Big deep breath here, and as you exhale, hinge from your hips forward. And try to reach as far as you can with the hand. And come center, other side. Deep breath, and exhale and hinge. And once again, reach as far as you can and hold. And come center, rolling the shoulders up, back, and around, all the way up and down. One more time. And press those shoulders down. Thank you so much for joining me in today's class. Go out there, make sure you continue to drink